Questa è la ceselleria Alessi. Ogni pezzo di questa ricchissima collezione, cesato nel miglior acciaio inossidabile, si distingue per qualità, stile ed eleganza.
Alessi was founded by Giovanni Alessi in 1921. The firm is a single-member company and has been owned and run by the Alessi family since its establishment. The company is based in Cusinello in Italy, a valley which has historically been specialized in metal and wood household good production.
Alessi initially crafted conventional metal household goods. However, in the 1950s, moved towards steelcraft and later gradually expanded to include other materials, such as plastics, wood, crystal, porcelain, and appliances. Alessi's key innovation was the recognition of the ability to synthesize design and aesthetics into the production process. In order to keep its products fresh and interesting, Alessi has focused on collaborating with talents external to the business. Up to now, Alessi has worked with over 500 international architects, designers and sculptors.
Nothing anymore to invent in terms of functionality. On the other side, there is a lot to explore about the imaginary of people, about the aesthetics.
Alessi's target markets are affluent and design-conscious consumers. However, the product range is sold under 3 different brands. Officina, more refined, experimental and expensive, with limited editions. Art Alessi, democratic and affordable. And finally Alessi, large-scale industrially produced products. Among the best-known products are the kettle with the 2-tone whistle, Mr. Suicide, and Philip Stark's Juicy Salif Citrus Squeezer. The success of many of these products is because certain shapes and materials trigger subconscious emotional reactions by appealing to past memories in the form of maternal, paternal, and child codes, or associations of birth and death.
Alessi realised that many firms sell and produce conventional homeware and succeeded to tap into unsatisfied customer wants and needs by creating a new market. Based on the know-how of efficient and high-quality production and the understanding of design, Alessi succeeded to choose the right path for the future by shaping the tastes of consumers. Alessi's strengths lie in its capability to merge creative design and innovation with functionality and practicality, utilising established networks and partnerships to create cost-effective production processes. Alessi is willing to learn through both success and failure, and thereby strives to promote the creativity of its designers. For example, the designer Philip Stark, who has designed numerous of Alessi's most successful products, also created one of the worst fiascos, a kettle which released steam through the handle.
Alessi is a design-driven innovation company. Alessi pursues as its main technology the ability to translate creative design into industrial production. In order to organize its innovative efforts, Alessi has developed the formula of success, a framework to assess the prototype and decide whether to produce it. The formula assigns scores from 1 to 5 in terms of function, sensory, memory and imagination, communication and language, and finally price.
Alessi has a hybrid, innovative approach. It works as an open innovator, encouraging and seeking external influence, and designs from collaborations with famous artists and architects. At the same time, the CEO, Alberto Alessi, has considerable influence in what is produced and includes a lot of his own ideas and designs.
Alessi designers are encouraged to think outside of the box, and in this process, both success and failure are acceptable. The designer Mendini stated, "Alessi doesn't make us feel as if we work for Alessi, rather we feel as if Alessi is working for us." Alessi can therefore be classified as a fast innovator. Alessi holds very few patents, but instead is able to protect its innovations through the complexity of its NPD process, which hinders effective duplication by competitors.
I wake up with thoughts about architectural space. The products that I did for Alessi company started really as a discussion between me and Alberto about the history of his company, dealing with architects and how they've designed their products. I came up with the idea for an architectural assembly for the tabletop I designed. What is fascinating as an architect, I've been amazed about how much detail goes into even the smallest product. So when I'm in my office working on a 500-meter high tower, and then I go the next day to work on a pen, they are actually very similar. We're working to figure out how to produce environmentally sustainable products out of reusable sources, and thereby dealing with the environment in a very powerful way.
Opportunities include collaborations with external designers, which will continue to play an important part in Alessi's future. Alessi controls the product design and collects 15% royalties on the selling price, while the partners handle all the manufacturing and distribution. Alessi can thereby expand its brand by building on external expertise without losing creative control, and expanding into industries completely unrelated to the homeware sector, such as the cooperation with Fiat in order to produce the Panda Alessi, or Seiko for the Alessi watches.
In terms of challenges, evolving consumer demand is impossible to predict, but awareness of trends and developments is vital. Alessi considers the product lifecycle in two distinct phases. During the first 3 years, the product is avant-garde and triggers curiosity on the side of the consumer. Later, the product becomes familiar, making it comparable to conventional products. Functionality and price becomes more important, and Alessi products have to survive both stages.
Production difficulties include finding suppliers who will produce the right finished quality for often small orders relative to the industry average.
Uncertainty of the market in terms of economic prices and resulting social changes greatly influence the homeware sector. Young couples are getting married and establish new homes later in life. New households are often no longer furnished from scratch, and seasonal refurbishments have largely gone out of fashion.
Il nostro destino ci spinge a camminare per strade che non sono state ancora aperte, a battere sentieri sconosciuti per raggiungere il cuore della gente.